Hello everyone, this is Lalima, and in today's video we are going to do some data analysis. For this data analysis, I have chosen bestseller.csv as a data set. This data set contains best book selling records. So if you see that data, then it has name of the book, author, user rating, review, price, year, and genre of the book. So using this data set, we'll analyze our data today and we'll try to get the answer of these questions. So you can pause the video and have a look of these questions to get better idea about our data analysis process today. Also in my previous video, I have discussed about some basic mathematics concept like mean, median, mode, standard deviation, percentile. So these concepts also will use today to get the answer of these questions. So let's start our data analysis. So let's first import our data set into a data frame. So for that, I have imported Pandas library and I'm reading this CSV file and storing this data into bestseller. So if I run this, and this is our data set. Okay. So let's check quickly what are the basic details of this data set. So here if I run, so bestseller.info method. So it has total 550 rows and 7 columns. And from 7 columns, we can say that name, author, and genre are of string type, and remaining 4 columns are of integer and float type. Okay. Also, we can say here that out of 550 entries, all column have all the values, means there is no null values found. Okay. All columns and all records or rows having some kind of value in it. So we can say this data set doesn't have any null values. Okay. So we don't need to clean as much our data for this data analysis. So this is the basic info which we get using info method. Okay, so let's start our data analysis. So first question is find the lowest user rating in data frame. Okay, so here bestseller is our data frame. So from this data frame, I'm taking user rating. So this is our user rating. Okay, now from this we need to take the lowest value. Okay, so lowest means minimum. Okay, so if I run this, so we'll get 3.3. So this using method, we can get the answer. And another very easy way is using the describe method. Okay, so if I do bestseller dot describe, so it will give so many details about our data frame here. So it has minimum also, maximum also, mean also, standard deviation count. So here are two approach. Either you use each concept one by one, or second is you can use the describe method. Okay. Also one thing note here that currently user rating, review, price, and year, all these 4 columns are type of float or integer. Okay. Here you see name, author, and genre are type of string, but using describe method, currently we are getting only integer or float type of data record here. Okay, so later we'll see how we can get the details for the string type of column using describe method. Okay, so for the first question, find the lowest user rating in data frame. Either we can use the minimum function, so we are getting 3.3. And second, if we use the describe method, so user rating minimum is 3.3. Okay, so using both approach, we'll get the answer. Okay. Now second is find the highest price in data frame. So again, bestseller is our data frame, price is our column, and using this we'll get the maximum value. Okay, so it's coming 105. Okay, so here also price is this and maximum value is 105. So any method is okay. As per our convenience, we can choose either of them. Okay, next is what is the average user rating. So again, this is user rating, average means mean, so we'll get 4.6. Okay, but let's recheck what will come if we use this one. So bestseller, here I'm using user rating and I need mean. Okay, because I'm talking about the average. Okay, so here again 4.6183, 4.6183. Okay. Also one thing, if you notice that whenever I'm using user rating, I'm using this square bracket and inside the quotes I'm writing this. Okay. But if it's a single word, then using dot notation also we can call our column. Okay. Next is what the average user rating of first 5 rows. Okay. So here see, this average user rating is for all the 550 rows. Okay. In our data set, we have total 550 rows. Okay. So, but if we need to take only first 5 rows, so first take the user rating. then take the first 5 rows. Okay, so these are the first 5 rows, and then take the mean. Okay, so average user rating of the first 5 rows is 4.7. Okay, next is what user rating score appeared the most. Okay, so we have learned that most common value is called as a mode. So what user rating score appeared the most? So here I am also taking the user rating column, and from this I'm taking the mode. Okay, so you see 4.8 user rating appeared the most. It means more number of user gave the 4.8 user rating. Okay, next is what is the total sum of all the values in review column. Okay, so I'm just taking the review first. So bestseller dot review. So this is our review column. Now we need to take the total sum. So I'm just calling the sum method. So this is the total sum of all the values in review column. All the values means 550 rows. So this is our answer. Next is how many different authors are featured in the dataset. Okay, so now if you see, author is of string data type. Okay, how many different authors are featured in the dataset? So author is of string type. Okay, so now we'll use the describe method again, and this time we'll apply this describe method on the string type of columns. Okay, so best sellers dot describe. So here we got all the integer related things, but if I see include equal to square bracket object. Okay, so it gave only the string type of columns didn't. Okay, so how many different authors are featured in this data set? So whenever you have a string type of a data set, then you will get the count, unique, top, and frequency. So how many different authors are featured in data set? So author are these, and unique value is 248. So this is the answer of our question. Another way to solve this is first take the author. So best sellers dot author. I'll take the author. Okay, and then I'll use n unique. So this also gives the same answer. So from our data set, we have total 248 unique authors. Okay, next question is which author wrote the most number of books on the list and how many did they write? Okay, so first approach is using this describe method. So you can see top author is Jeff Koenig and he wrote around 12 number of books. And another approach is we'll take the author from the bestseller. So this is the command, and from this we'll count the values. Okay, so command is value underscore counts. So using this also we can get all the author detail and how many number of times they appeared or how many number of times books they have written. So Jeff Kenny coming and he wrote around 12 books. Okay, so either of the way is fine here. Okay, next question is find the unique genre. Okay, so let's take genre column from the data frame. So this is our data frame. From this I'm taking genre column, and over that we use the unique. Okay, so it gave that two type of genre is used in our data frame. One is non-fiction and another is fiction. Okay, but notice here I have used unique command, and earlier I used an unique command. Okay, so an unique means it count the number of unique in your data frame, but unique method return the unique values. Okay, so this is the non-fiction and fiction, and just if you use the n here, so there are two unique genre, and what are those unique genre? Those are non-fiction and fiction. Okay, next is find the number of unique author. Okay, so this looks like a duplicate question because we already found the unique number of authors, which is 248. So just leave it. Next is find the average price. So average means mean. Okay, so data frame, then price, then mean. Okay, so 13.1 is the average price of our data frame. So let's check using describe method as well. So best sellers dot describe. So mean of our price is 13.1. Okay. The next question is find the 10 highest prices. Okay. So top 10 and 10 highest both are different here. Okay. Top 10 means just head of 10, but 10 highest means you need to sort the elements and then take the 10 highest numbers. Okay, so find the 10 highest price. So let's take the price from the data set. So this is our price, and now we need to take the 10 highest price. So here I'm using n largest. Okay, and how many largest? 10. I see. So these are the 10 largest prices. So it internally sorted prices and then took top 10 highest prices. Okay. Okay, next question is find the top 3 most common book titles in the dataset. Okay, so most common means mode, but here they are talking about the book title or the name. So name is a string data type. Over the string data type, we cannot use the mode command. Okay, so we'll use here the value counts command. Okay, so first take the name, bestsellers dot name. So this is the name of all the books, and name is string data type. So dot mode method will not work here. Instead of mode method, we'll use the value underscore counts. Okay, so this give a number of books which appear the most commonly, and over that we'll use the head of 3 so that we'll get the top 3 most common book type. Okay, so always remember, if your data type is integer or float type, then use the mode method, but if it's a string data type, then use the value counts method. Okay, next question is create a new data frame with only author and user rating. Okay, so far we have taken single column from our data frame, but now we'll take more than one column. So for that we will use the data frame name, and then inside the square bracket type the column name whichever you want. So first is author, this is author. Okay, then comma, and then user rating. Okay, so we have created a new data frame with author and user rating. Here note one thing, that from a data frame, whenever you take single column, then it creates series. But if you take more than one column, then it creates data frame. Okay, so here this is our data frame, bestseller also data frame, and this is also a data frame. So let's give a name to this data frame. So I'm just giving it author underscore user rating. Okay. Okay, next is using the new data frame, find the most common combination of author and user rating. Okay, so far we have used bestseller, but now we'll not use this. Instead, we'll use a new data frame, which is author underscore UR, and over that we'll find what is the most common combination of author and user rating. Okay, so let's copy this new data frame, and I'll just use the value count here, value counts. And if you see that this is the author Jeff Kenny, which has 4.8 user rating, and it appeared 10 times in our dataset. Similarly, American Psychological Associate, who has a 4.5 rating and also appeared on 10 times in our dataset. Okay, so using this command, we can get, okay, these two are the most common combination of author and user ratings. Okay, next question is create a pie chart showing the total number of times each genre appears in the dataset. Okay, so for this question, again, we'll use our original dataset, which is a bestseller. So from bestseller, take the genre, so genre, and this is a string data type. That's why again we use the value counts. Okay, and if you see, non-fiction appears 310 times and fiction appears 240 times. So we can say non-fiction appeared more number of times than fiction, but we'll create a pie chart using this data. So for that we'll use a plot method, and here our chart type is pie. So just pass pie inside of quotes, and if we run this, then it created a pie chart of that data. So we can see non-fiction appeared more than the fiction. Okay, next question is find out the top most prolific authors and plot their number of books as a bar plot. Okay, so I think we already found out the answer of this kind of question. So let's see. So yes, this is the answer. So where we already found out the author who wrote the most number of books. Okay, so I'm using this command as it is. So this is the command. Okay, and top most we need to take. So I'm just taking the head of 10. So this is our data, and over that I'm creating a bar plot. So again, I'm using a plot method, and here kind is equal to bar. Okay. So if I draw, so if we see that we have created a bar plot for the top 10 author who created the most number of books. So last one is create a histogram showing the distribution of user rating score. Okay, so we already know our data frame, which is bestsellers. From this we'll take the user rating. Okay, and over that we'll plot a histogram. So kind of our graph is hist. Okay, so this is the histogram of user rating of our data frame. So this is our data analysis where we analyze the data using these questions. So I hope you learned new logic, new concept today. Also, I'll share and save this notebook into my GitHub page and share the link in description box. So this is the notebook. So you can find the data set under this data set bestseller.csv. So you also try this analysis by yourself and you can refer this notebook. So that's it for today. I hope you like this video. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Also do comment if you have any question or you want to share a feedback or if you know any optimal way to do the same thing. So please do comment and I'll see you in next video with new concept. Till then, thank you and take care.